another edition of Geek Culture Unboxed. I am Lou.
Diego.
And this week we have First Four Figures Bowser in the studio. And I'm telling you, we're excited because we've waited a long time for this bad boy.
How long? About what?
2 years.
2 years, right? Yeah.
2 years.
I remember you talking about it. Hey, guess what, Diego? Guess what? And then it was like,
what?
Well, when is it coming in?
When is it coming in? You know, that's the hard part about being a statue collector, because not even figure collectors have to deal with that.
Remember, Prime 1 figures, and they or like when you, or even Imaginarium, have they come in? I said, man, I ordered it July last year, and they came in with, it's so, yeah, there's a good wait when it comes to these types of statues.
Anywhere from a year to 3 years. And 3 years is a bit much, because people, they start to get resentful because they had their money invested, they paid up front, and it's like, where's my stuff? Yeah. I paid you. So companies really need to work on that, but it's a factory issue. So many factories, so many people are trying to produce stuff that it creates a backup. But anyways, besides that, we have Big Bowser, and trust us when we say he's big. He's big, he's hefty. A lot of people have been posting online. Yes, his hand is almost the size of my hand. He's got some big, meaty thighs. His shell looks great. You see it in the 360. I really like how the 360 came out. I felt it really captured the quality of this piece. But having mentioned that, we will address a small issue. Unfortunately, we wanted to have in the 360 the light up portion where the light lights up. And so the flame has two features. It glows continuously, or a second button, it'll putter like a flame when, flamethrower, which is really cool. My personal at home does that. This one has an issue. We don't know if it's the base, the flame, or the body. And
again, what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna turn around, and again, the camera guy's gonna come in, and there's a button right here in the back, which Lewis is referring to. Okay, and what's going on is that you're supposed to hear a click.
Yeah. And
there's no click.
Nope.
Yeah, we tried plugging it in. There's a battery already set in there. And we tried every single way, and nothing.
Well, let's tell them what we did.
Yeah.
So we tried that. We checked the battery, make sure we installed it right. Another issue that it had when we opened it up is there was paint on the connector. So that sometimes, is an issue with statues. We cleaned that. We cleaned the connectors on the base of the foot. We're statue pros. We're not rookies at this. And so we tested every option that we could. It's an internal flaw. We've already talked to First Four Figures. Hopefully they work to remedy it. Usually they ask you to break a piece so that you get a new one. This one cannot be broken because we had it signed by the voice of Bowser, which you will see at the end of this video. So I made the effort, reached out to Kenny James, and we went and had this signed and my piece signed by Kenny James. A big thank you to him. He's a really cool guy. He loves talking about his role as Bowser for the last 15 years over the last 45 plus Mario themed games. So Kenny James, thank you again from Geek Culture, from First Four Figures.
And I know you mentioned it I just about a minute ago, but for those who don't know Kenny James, can you mention it again? Like who he is, Kenny James. I know he's the voice of Bowser, but
that he's a veteran?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kenny James served 6 years in the Navy, and he was a submariner. So that was also a cool perk when I got to sit there and meet with him, as I am a Marine myself. So two veterans sitting there talking shop was cool. We talked Bowser, we talked, being in the service, we've talked what we've done since we've been in the service.
And he's done Bowser's voice for what? For
45 plus games.
Yeah, for 45 plus games? Okay.
Yeah, I can't name all of them right now, but we're talking like Mario Tennis, Mario Sports, like everywhere that you've seen about Mario Kart. Most of the Mario Kart, Kenny James was the voice. And people are like, but Bowser doesn't really talk. He was telling me when we were talking, he's only really said several words. He said Mario, he said Peach, Showtime. Yeah, what is that, Mario Odyssey? He says Showtime? So he's only really recorded a few words, but he's primarily the growler. So that's Kenny James that you hear there. So, you had some of that?
No, I don't have anything to add right now.
So we've looked it over. You know how we like to scrutinize under light. Not too many flaws, paint flaws we see. First Four Figures I know because I watched the quality control videos, and they did a lot of quality control. One of the primary issues I had is if John can catch it on camera, the paint on the teeth wasn't very well done. I'm very disappointed with that. Mine at home has the same issue. But
over here on this side, what we saw is that when you do put this flame in, even though we were very careful in putting this flame in, is that you can see when you do put the flame in, you can see some of the scratches. I don't know if the camera guy can get it, but you have to be very careful and put it in, because if you rub this flame just very slightly against the teeth, it's gonna scratch the paint, which you can see, or not, it'll rub the paint off of the teeth onto the flame.
Yeah, the paint has a tendency to rub.
Yeah.
So that was another issue.
But as far as the color is so vibrant, which I think, it's so close to the game. I mean, look at the shell. Look how green that is. I mean, that's what you see on the game. And but what I like about it, it also adds that feature of being almost like, say, textured real.
Yeah, like a real shell.
Yeah, like a real shell. And also, here again with the ivory spikes. And so but the color also looks towards the game, and even this round white shell. Yeah, you can see a little paint flaw right here. I don't know if you can see it, the
overspray.
Yeah. So, but it's not a big deal, because overall, I mean, the yellow's vibrant. His armbands being brown as they are, the spikes being silver, they're not chrome. But just because the color's so vibrant, I don't mind it not being chrome.
See, and again, we've said this before in previous videos. We scrutinize things very closely, but we're very lean back when it comes to certain flaws. Certain flaws are overlookable. Yeah. Others, people online are complaining about the overspray in the shell. People online are complaining about the overspray of the mouth red, saying that it looks like lip liner. Yeah. It draws the eye, I will give you that, but it's not a big deal. It's not a reason to return this piece.
Yeah, no, because even like the yellow right here, you can say on the cartoon you would see a vibrant yellow, but however, if you look very closely, like say this leg, you can see some of the yellow, but yet orange, just to kind of give it that real feature. The
shadow?
Yeah, the shadow or not. Just him almost being real. The texture.
Oh yeah, the texture on the skin is great. I mean, it looks like Bowser's texture. They really did a good job. Yeah. The other thing I want to point out to the fans is that when Bowser came up for pre-order, he actually came up as a blind pre-order first. They were working the numbers and they weren't sure there was going to be demand in it, so they did a blind pre-order. I ordered 2 without even knowing what he looked like. Didn't know his pose, anything. As soon as it went up, I ordered 2. At that price point they were offering them, and so that's what they wanted to see. Is there a demand? How bad do fans want it? And there was enough demand, so they made them. And but a blind pre-order, I don't know if I've done that with any other thing. I did with Bowser. I'm trying to think. I think Bowser's the first one that I ever just blindly pre-order. Like, I don't care what it looks like.
So there was no picture. There was no picture. Nothing.
They just announced. They just said, we're doing Bowser. Give it to me. And the biggest thing, and I told the owner, I said, it better be big. Yeah. And so I was telling my kid before we started, I actually wanted him to be a quarter size more. I really wanted him to be big. But
you were like, what, about up to here or what?
Nah, I think that's too big. A quarter size more, he'd be about this big. I think that would have been good. So in a minute, we'll show you the difference of scale and how you can show. We've got these. These don't come with it. These are my own personal 3-inch Goombas, and we put that there so you guys can get a scale.
Yeah, you know what? Before you continue on with those, one thing that was so great, I can't remember if you touched on it, was the flame.
What about it?
Because remember when we're doing, when you see in the video, when you first begin the video, just the coloration on the flame. You can
the highlights.
Yeah, you can see the highlights on both sides, but especially when you, again, Lewis has it lit up at home.
That works.
One that works. And when you see it, man, that flame really lights up. So it's a really good piece when everything functions together.
Yes.
Highly recommend it, but let's see what First Ford Figures does.
What their customer service does.
Yeah.
And so in the 360, the first one you saw his tongue. This is Bowser's tongue, and it goes in there with the flame. We like the flame display, so we're going to leave it in there. It comes out. It's got a magnet in the back. This one isn't as strong as mine. Mine sits all the way back. This one kind of leans forward, so that's another, again, quality issue that we're having with this one.
Just make stronger magnets. That's what we say, like to other companies. We like stronger magnets.
Well, again, quality can vary from piece to piece. And this is an example, because I have consecutive. This is 574, and I have 575 at my house. 575 is arguably better. The flame works. The tongue is stronger. So it happens, and I really want to put that out to you, because I see you guys get disappointed online. You're like, oh man, my Bowser doesn't do this, or my piece came this. There are some things that you send it back, and some things just like, it's little, dude. You can overlook it. This one, because it's mechanical, We're asking First Floor Figures to remedy it. We don't want to have to destroy it because it is signed by Kenny James. So again, we're seeing what their customer service will do.
Just be very careful. This is something that John pointed out, and what and I've seen as well, is that this flame, it's only maybe held in maybe about what inch and a, I mean not an inch.
Oh, the prong?
Yeah, about 2 inches at most.
No, about an inch,
or 2.5 inches. Maybe that's about it. That's how much is hanging on in his deep in his mouth. Guys, get away from there. But again, it's only that's all it's holding. What we preach to those producers is something similar to our jazz. When they did that when they did the leg, well, what would you call it?
That the prong.
The prong, is actually a good 3 inches, and that's what we recommend. If you're gonna have something this, of this size, of this weight,
it's the weight that makes you nervous.
Yeah,
like,
it makes
gonna come out.
So you want it to be, you want it to be sufficient. Let's put it that way.
Very good. I like that. All right, so let's talk measurements. So on the base itself is 3 inches and a quarter. All the way up to the tallest spike, Bowser is about 19 inches.
You're probably looking at one of these two right here.
Yeah, 19 inches. Bowser on the base to his spike is about 16 inches. Now let's see.
From his tail.
Well, from the tail?
Yeah.
First. So the base from spike to spike is about 17 inches almost. And that's the same with his tail, because look, his tail's right here. And the first spike is right there. It's about 17 and a half inches with his tail. So the first one I gave you was from spike to spike. The other one was from spike to tail, because those are the things that stick out. And so that's Bowser. Ooh, we didn't consider the
flame.
The flame. So from the front of the flame to the back of the tail, what is that, 26 and a half?
Yes.
26 and a half. So for those wondering, it ain't going to fit in a Besta. It ain't going to fit in one of those. It'll fit on top of a Besta, but you're going to have some hang-off, so you've got to be careful that it's not anywhere pets can get to or kids can get to.
Yeah, there's not a desk figure. I mean, something that you could take to work. Oh, let me put it on my desk. Like, no. There's something that you might want to keep at home and keep away from the children because of the flame. If you're going to display the flame, keep away from small children just because how much it's being held onto.
Yeah, the risk for break.
And that's something that
it's resin.
Yeah. And the thing is that's something that John, me and Lewis all we brought up is that, man, if we take this to conventions,
and have it on a pedestal.
Yeah, we're scared of the kids because for those kids want to do this. Like, how heavy is it, or is that made out of real glass? It's like, look, Dad.
Yeah, and I was telling him that when we have this at a convention, we're going to have it on a pedestal about the size of our table, which is about 36 inches, just so we can avoid anybody walking by and bumping it. But very excited to show this to you guys in person. You guys aren't going to believe it when you see it, just like the Spawn statue that we reviewed. You guys are going to love this thing. And the fact that you can win it, signed by Kenny James from us, I mean, dude, I don't know anybody else giving away a Bowser signed by the voice of Bowser. So that's pretty cool.
And especially one of this size. So. Yeah. So good luck to the person who wins this.
Good luck to you. Yeah.
Good luck and congratulations
in advance.
Yeah.
Hey, so I brought Mario's so that you could see scale, because the biggest thing that mattered to me when getting Bowser was him being in scale with a Mario. And I like the feedback that Diego and John both gave. So this Mario is about 9 inches. This Mario is about 11 inches. And I like what Diego pointed out. In the first 3 games, when you faced Bowser at the end of each game, Mario was about this size. He was almost the same.
And like almost about equal size. Because if you actually, again, I know he's low because of the base, but when you actually put him, side by side on the base, it's about right. Just imagine him doing bung, bung, bung. How we used to, playing, especially Super Mario 1 and 2. It's about this, it's about the right size. Now this one over here. I think you're more familiar with that. I never played 64.
Well, let's spin it around. So Mario 64, which I beat, he has to grab Bowser by the tail and swing him around and throw him off. And this is pretty much about the size of 64. But like Alex himself from First Floor Figures pointed out, Bowser's size varies greatly over the 45 plus games that he's in. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint a scale. I would say I would say from our perspective, he's in Mario 64 scale because he goes with the 9-inch one ideally. So, unfortunately, I have the flame one. I would prefer just the regular traditional Mario to display with him. I'll be looking for one of those, but it's a really great piece.
Yeah,
big,
because
hefty.
Yeah, because when I see these two, I'm thinking, my son when he first got the Nintendo Switch and the Wii U, Mario Tennis or what is it?
The sports,
Yeah,
the
the
Olympics.
sports. Yeah, it looks about right here.
And to me, this looks like about the size of Bowser when you see him in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That's another cool one. But it's a really great piece. Very anxious to show you guys in person. I hope you liked the 360 because I really liked how the light shined off of everything, off the flame, how it highlighted the color. It looked really good in the 360.
The colors are great, guys. The color, trust us on this one. The yellow's great. The green, what I like is the green.
The green shell?
Yeah, the green shell. Yeah. It pops, and when you see it, you think Bowser. And
the great thing about it, if you were paying close attention, really, we don't have too many flaws. There's some minor paint issues. There's more of a mechanical issue, but that's to be expected. Sometimes these things happen. We're not mad just as long as customer service, takes good care of us. And again, we mentioned the giveaway, so let me just say a little more about that. In order to enter our giveaways, you have to be a member of Geek Culture. And so you have to like us and follow us on one of our social medias. And there's going to be one other thing that we're working on behind the scenes that we're going to do 2 different ways. We're going to have smaller scale giveaways for our newest members. And then we're going to have the big pieces, Bowser, Spawn, the other items that we'll have in our giveaway. Those are going to be for actual members. So we're working on a membership so that people can participate. Because you got to remember, guys, this is all funded out of our
because it always because and not only that, it also frustrates me. Like, say for example, Sprint or wherever you belong to, right? When you first join, they give you all these discounts, right? And you're like, oh, but for those loyal customers, nothing, right? No, you know what? We want to change that. We want to change that. For our loyal customers, you deserve something like this.
Yep. And that's the other thing is that we have people that have come to our events and they follow us and like us, but only to enter the giveaway and then they leave later on.
Yeah.
We want to reward our longtime members that have been with us since the beginning, that come on and they want to stay with us. We do cool stuff for you guys. Nobody else is giving back. Like Diego just said, AT&T ain't giving you anything back. T-Mobile ain't giving you anything back. Geek Culture is giving back, and that's what we've always done. So we enjoy that. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment in the comment section. Be polite, courteous to your other followers. Thanks for watching. We'll see you geeks next time.